Okay, so it's been a few weeks since we've gathered here on Substack. Like, when was the last time we even did this?
It was 3 weeks ago, right? Because you went on your birthday journey.
That's right. Ugh. By the way, I feel like you were telling me this, but I could never have understood because, you don't know till you know. But like, turning 40 was like literally like day of. I was like, this is the greatest thing that's ever happened to me. Like, I told my friend, I'm like, I love being 40. She's like, you're 3 hours in. But like, I could just feel it. I don't
Yeah.
know. Mendocino, like being on my Jupiter line, like having this huge, like, just clarity and downloads and openness, and just giving myself the space to separate from the day to day and just be somewhere where I could just like enjoy like my own energy and my family and like my visions and all these things. But it just felt like I kind of felt that when I turned 30 too, like the deck in a different way, but similar, where it's like when you complete a decade, there's like this liberation that happens.
Yes.
Like a
And you
gateway.
happen to, but also you're in a really beautiful place in your life.
Yeah.
You've met the most, this beautiful guy, you have a beautiful relationship, and you have beautiful little boy, and you have a little girl, like you're, and you've come out of this, major metamorphosis. So for you, I think it like especially rings true. I mean, I
But it's
turned
like
40 during COVID.
it's like everything that we've been talking about, like just the past like 5 years, basically, of like not only like my personal 30s, but like just the world shifting on its axis 5 years ago, and us all kind of being like, the fuck is going on with reality? Like, who are we? Where are we coming from? Where are we going? Like, what are we doing? Like, this year, we were just talking about this before we went live, and I mentioned that meme about having surgery while you're awake. This year has been, and like, I think continues to be, like you were sharing, this like excavation of all these spaces that like it's either like can't come with us or just the old stuff rattling free or whatever. And it was like turning 40, it was like some like light went off where I was like, I did the work.
Oh,
Like
you
I
did the
get
work.
I get what this was all for. And like I obviously don't know where it's all going, but I understand now like what was cleared and what was open and what was offered in like a totally new way. And I'm like grateful for all of the struggle and all of the confusion because it was necessary.
Well, you really arrived at where you are. That's
Yeah.
what it sounds like.
Yeah. And recognizing that, like, I have this, I think, part of my chart, which is like very career oriented and very ambitious. And then I have this other part of my chart. It's like the midheaven moon like situation where it's like my path grows in two directions, where it's like career and family, and they have to like grow in equal measure. And I spent a lot of time in the early parts of my postpartum kind of judging that there wasn't like success in my career because I was used to that being the marker of my like own happiness and worthiness. And like
Yeah.
suddenly now I'm like awake to the fact that like everything that has happened has also been success. It's just not in the way that I was used to defining it.
Yes, and also it's like, but that's really what I mean. I'm halfway through my 40s, right? And that's what I found the 40s really. It brings deeper peace with whatever is, and I'm told the 50s even more so.
Yeah.
And I think this is the thing about that saddens me around so much of the conversation around aging and chasing youth and holding on to youth. I was actually thinking about this when I was driving to strength training yesterday morning. I was thinking about how I was not great at being young. I was a really serious kid. Daniel loved to tell everybody they asked for more homework in second grade during recess. I did. I asked for textbooks, English and vocabulary textbooks for my birthday because my best friend's mom ran Scholastic.
I mean, it makes sense. That's why you're like so smart now. Like, I get it.
But I was just not great at being. My dolls were perfect. Not a single thread of hair was out of place. Like I wasn't great at being a kid, and
Yeah.
and I always wanted. to be older and, they say youth is wasted on the young, but,
Mhm.
like, I really and, I have a lot of Saturn in my chart. My sun is conjunct Saturn, I have Capricorn moon, like, I'm very, very Saturnine, and so I really I really love getting older. Like, I also really it's easier for me around peers because I was drawn to people who were older always because I wasn't great at being young and I
Mm.
felt really out of place. And you know, I was raised in a household where looks and vanity were never even discussed.
Mhm.
Like they weren't on the table. And so I also felt really out of place among my peers in terms of women and girls because I wasn't a focus of mine
Right.
at all. I talk about this with my sisters often. Like, it just wasn't a focus and it's still not a focus, but there's something about being older and just embracing being older and like, yeah, I got some wrinkles and like I've got
Total.
extra poundage, but like I I've lived a lot.
And I was thinking about that too because I haven't been able to do any, like, Botox or anything in years because I'm chronically pregnant, and by the way, I started calling being pregnant my condition, and I'm like, "They had it right." I have a condition.
Like, that's so Victorian.
I love it. Like, I'm like, "I can't go over there into that room because of my condition. Can you go get that for me?" Like, it's like I'm like, "Yeah, we should be treated this way, that we're encumbered in a major way." But anyways, that's a side that's a side story. I'm taking us back 400 years. Um, but I was, like, looking at my face turning 40, and I'm like, "Yeah, so what? I have some wrinkles, like, what if I never knew there was something wrong with that, would I think there was something wrong with or, like, if no one ever told me, like, you know, like the Botox commercial calls, wrinkles now moderate to severe frown lines.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. It's
Is that
cli
true?
it's clinicized. Yes, I've seen the commercial multiple times, and it's like, "Before getting Botox, I suffered from moderate to severe frown lines," and I'm just like, "D Wait, it's not like diarrhea, like, it's not like."
But also, I think it's so funny, right? They don't say laugh lines, they say frown lines.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
it's like there's something yeah, and there's definitely something about and youth is beautiful, and I'm not saying it's beautiful, but there's something about just embracing aging
Like,
that
what we
I find really liberating.
do, right? Like, it's different. It's, like, beautiful in a different way.
It's
Like, my
different.
brother, so much he's very tight in the face with all of his Botox, and then his friends made a cake for him for his he got this, like, he got 35 under 35 in the Hollywood Reporter, like, an honor in the industry,
Yeah.
7 planets in Capricorn, and, and so his friends, like, got him a cake, and like, photoshopped him as Miranda Priestley in The Devil Wears Prada.
Mhm.
But sh kept her, like, gray hair and her lines, and I looked at the picture, I was like, "Wait, you actually look, like, amazing, like, if you let yourself age," and he's like, "I know, I think I might, like, be into that now." I'm like, "Yeah, you're not even, like, letting yourself see
He's
half."
35.
I know, but he's been getting Botox since he was, like, 26.
Yeah, it's just interesting. I think that's also why LA was so tough for me because I did not, again, grow up in a household that focused on aesthetics at all. It
Yeah,
wasn't a value.
yeah,
And so I was like plunged into, and I was young. I mean, I was 25 when I landed, and so that's fine. But I swore when I got to LA, I will not get old in the city. And then I left at 40.
yeah.
Like, I ended up leaving exactly at 40. But there's something,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
there's something,
so brave to age in LA. So brave. I am so brave.
but also like, I listen, like, there were definitely a lot of people around me in New York City that were vain, but maybe it's just because New York, like, you're flooded with different faces just walking down the street or even like the subway. Like, I didn't see as much of that, but it was also a different time.
Well, New York
Right.
also makes everyone ugly because it's such a rough place to live. So, like, even when you're beautiful in New York City, you still look like you've been through something.
Yeah, but maybe I think that's beautiful. And maybe
That
that's what, like, there's something like of substance and quality.
Yeah.
But I think that there's something, yeah, we are do you think the fear of aging is just vain, or do you think it's ultimately a fear of irrelevance and then death?
I think it's that. And I think that that existential fear was, exploited by industry.
I know, but, like, if you look at I talk about this all the time. If you look at movies from, like, the '80s and '90s, like, people had real faces.
Yeah, but that's because it wasn't like so well, first of all,
So what happened?
we didn't
Like,
live high definition. So, like,
we don't
live in high definition. So, like, even just the way cameras are, even just the way everything is shot now, like, you can see every fucking pore on someone's face, which is hilarious because it's also coinciding with, like, the advent of the filter, and so it's like, on one hand, we wanna, like, be up close and personal, see everything, on the other hand, we wanna look like fucking cartoon characters. It's very strange, but I do think that part of it is that Marilyn Monroe could or someone who actually aged, Elizabeth Taylor, could look gorgeous into her 60s because she was shot in black and white and everything just looked like it's just so much more flattering. Whereas, like, if you're shot on, like, a high def camera, you have to interface more with
but are we
what's
talking
actually.
about I'm talking about just everyday people, not just, like, actresses.
Yeah, but
First of
that's
all, we talk about
that's setting the cultural tone.
right,
Like, media and exposure sets the.
except for Kerry Russell, who I fucking love, and of course I love her, she has a Capricorn moon. I
But I
looked
think
it up.
that's becoming more popular. Like, I was watching, the worst show to ever come to TV, which is All's Fair, the Kim Kardashian Fair show. Have you watched it?
Have we met?
Ryan
No.
Murphy. No, of course you
No,
have.
I'm not. I don't watch Ryan Murphy. I'm like, I'm not a fan.
Okay, well, it's the absolute worst I've ever seen, and I cannot look away. It is so
Or you
bad.
hate watching?
I'm there's nothing I love more than I hate. Like, I
Did
don't
you
know.
do that with Sex in the City or whatever it's called? And that's all
I did
that? What was it?
of course I did. I watched every episode and complained and roasted the entire time. Like, yes. It's like the
I
only
watched the
way I
first season and I was like, this is unwatchable. It's actually unwatchable.
after every like, I can never watch that again. Next week comes and I'm like, "Ah, I need to watch that again." It's so bad. I love things that are so bad. Like, talk about, like, All's Fair is literally, like, the campiest wealth porn you've ever seen in your life. It's insanity. But the point is that Sarah Paulson, Glenn Close, and Naomi Watts
Those are amazing
all
actresses.
well, they're amazing actresses, but they all have amazing faces that are not tight. This is it this? But, like, they all are like, "Oh, these women have," even though they're in a show with Kim Kardashian, it almost makes her look weird, like the outside
Aliens.
have a non-moving face in the context of people who just look human. It's like really, even though their outfits are insane, like we don't know why Niecy Nash is always in a hat, like it's insanity. But like every scene she's in like a quirky hat. I'm like, who wears this inside? Like this isn't real. This is insane. You would take it off when you enter the door. But they all look really good. And I was actually thinking like this is actually the one good thing about the show is that they look like humans. Like in terms of their skin and their aesthetic. Like I think it might be making a bit of a comeback because we have gone so far in the other direction to some degree. I mean,
I
I work
wonder
out
if that's true
and
across the board.
talk about is like what laser they're getting. So it's definitely still like very much in the zeitgeist. Today they were talking about which private plane company they prefer, and I'm like, I can't be here.
At work, can I tell you what we talk about at workout?
Yeah.
It could not be more different. It's like what dogs are at the shelter.
Oh, cute.
Um, how to we just did Thanksgiving boxes. We're about to do like angels, so everyone takes and picks a child in need and buys Christmas boxes.
I'm not laughing at that. I'm just laughing at how different it is.
That's those are, and I'm not kidding you, those are the conversations.
That's
Like,
amazing.
we have so it the age range of our workout is like 20s to 60s, and 3 of the girls are pregnant. And then like the older women who are 60s who've raised kids are like, we're gonna help you, we're gonna be here. It's like it's so beautiful. And yeah, I like literally not even an ounce of that conversation.
Well, I
It's also just really nice because we all cheer each other on, and we're obviously like all different ages, and it's all about getting stronger. Like that is the stronger and healthier and more vibrant and like yeah, it's like it could not be more different.
well, I'll add it to my list of why Tennessee is better than California.
It's first of all, there's a lot of places other than Malibu in
It's
California.
Alabama.
And I'm going to say that workout classes there are other workout classes in the length of California and width of California where the conversation is different.
I know, but are they 1 minute from my house?
Is that true? Is it really 1 minute?
It's so close. That's why I
That's
go.
amazing. That's
And it's
amazing.
where Tyler used to work. Anyways, this is kind of a perfect segue to the other thing that I really want to talk about because I've been like itching to have this conversation with you.
Me personally?
Yes, because I feel like this is the forum for the conversation.
Yes.
So, you know, first of all, 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago on That's So Retrograde, I was criticizing the body positivity movement
Oh,
be-
interesting.
because I felt like it was celebrating obesity and being unhealthy in a way that I like didn't understand for my own self. Where I was like,
Mhm.
I understand we're healing from the toxic culture of Kate Moss,
The
being
90s, Calvin Klein
the
90s.
90s. We're not drinking Diet Coke and smoking cigarettes instead of eating food anymore. We have like a wellness culture. I understand that.
Mhm.
But I had felt at that time that it had swung too far in the other direction. And I was always saying, like, yes, okay, but like I still don't want to be fat. Like, but even saying that at the time was considered like,
Fat
I,
phobia.
yeah, like I was getting shamed. People were like commenting that I was not PC. You know how it was. It was like kind of peak cancel culture at the time where like it was starting to be that thing where like if you spoke out against any of these like narratives and like you were like the problem.
Mhm.
And since then, we've seen the advent of the GLP-1 and Peptide Nation and like all of a sudden, slowly but surely, all of these poster children,
Mhm.
models, actresses, musicians,
Mhm.
comedians, whoever the fuck, they were the poster children for body positivity. And now they're all half the size that they used to be because of Ozempic.
Mhm.
And it's like, okay, cool, good for you. But like, what is it that you're saying now?
What is
Like,
it that they're saying now?
exactly. Like, why is it so bright? Like, oh my God. Like, now you're saying, oh, I was too positive. Like, I don't understand how culturally we're not talking more about that. Like,
Well, isn't it because the what I hear what I hear in that is that the real desire was to be that lean, but because they weren't, they wanted to be treated or seen a certain way. And now that there has been now that there is an avenue and they can be that thing, they jumped on it. It's the thing where it's like,
but
it's
it's like
really
you always had that. You just had to like change.
depends. I don't know that you could drop that level of weight that quickly. I
But
mean,
is
look at
that the
Oprah.
goal to be like that skinny? Like, look at
No, no, no.
Amy
I'm
Schumer.
not saying, but I'm saying underneath, maybe it always was really the deep desire. And because there wasn't the access point or availability or gateway to become what it is they really desired, they, the conversation was body positivity. But the minute it's actually very interesting psychology. The minute it there's a possibility that they can be the thing that they're almost railing against, they become it.
Yeah.
There's something just interesting in that. I mean, listen, I have, I'm definitely the strongest I've ever been, but I definitely have extra weight on me. I don't carry it in my stomach, belly, which is like, where it can be unhealthy. So, but I have definitely been like, should I? Should I? And I flirted with it. And I just when I tune into my body, I'm like, I don't want to make that choice. I would rather have these extra points for
You
me,
have extra pounds on you because you love fucking pastries. That's why, because
yeah,
you live you live your life. That's
I do.
why.
I do. But I'm saying like, yes, I do. And
I'm not saying
there
that
is
to
a,
knock you. I'm just saying that like there's an option to not have that, but you have to make extreme sacrifices.
yeah, I mean, listen, I was anorexic when I was in high school. I was down to 90 pounds. I, I like counted my raisins. I did it, you know?
Mhm.
Um,
We
and
all
then what? We all did.
we
And then my roommate, my second year of college, when I transferred to NYU, she's like, we're not doing any of that. And
yeah,
she was like, we're not doing any of that. And
I
I
love that.
gained and then I swung. I just found my middle. But now I'm in my mid 40s and yet but I'm healthy and I'm strong and I have a ton of energy. Like I'm never a person who's like, I'm so tired. I have enormous amounts of energy. I sleep really well. Anyway, the point is, if I felt unhealthy, meaning if I were having symptoms that indicated I wasn't well, I think I might do it or try it for 3 months or whatever, just to see. I'm just being fully honest, but I'm not going to do it for vanity.
Right. I mean, I think that like that's okay. And it's okay if it is for vanity. It's more for me like, why did and maybe this isn't even the fault of the people that became the icons of the movement. It's maybe it is like one of those things where it's like the pendulum swinging and the reactivity to a certain culture like we've talked about before with other issues. Like maybe it's that we just shouldn't make things like our bodies our entire identity and personality.
Well, this goes back to, you know, exactly why I had a tough time with peers growing up because the focus is more on that. And I was always more interested. I was always a nerd. I was always a nerd. And so I wasn't focused on that. And so I felt, and I didn't want to have conversations about it. Like it didn't interest me. But I think that is a problem in our culture. But we're visual creatures.
Yeah.
And here is the thing. Here is the thing. Some people are just naturally more beautiful than others. Some people naturally just have beautiful figures that
And
I don't know why we can't just say that. Like,
but why does I agree, but like that is also kind of a broad assessment because like beautiful figure, like does that just mean this one skinny body
no, no,
type?
no.
I
No,
don't
no,
think
there's so
so.
many different body types, but there are beautiful figures in every like to me, w- 80s Kim Basinger. I'm
Right.
like that. To me, that is like the most beautiful body.
Yeah.
The whole thing. She is just like a goddess to me,
Yeah.
you know? But no, there's all kinds of figures. But also, this is the other thing. Did we talk about this last time with plastic surgery? Yes, we did. It's like different people are going to be attracted to different things. Like Daniel talks about this guy that he knows that loves women that are really big. That is what he's attracted to.
Yeah.
That is what he's attracted to. Always has been. Every time he sees him, he talks about it. And not like fetishize it, like he's like genuinely attracted to. Some guys, or whatever, whoever you're attracted to, and however, people have different tastes. That I think is also lost in this conversation.
Yeah.
It's like if everybody is supposed to have the same body and the same face. I will say the one thing that I find the most kind of ironically, off-putting about the whole GLP-1 thing is that people's faces change and not in like a natural way.
Well, it's not healthy to be on them like that. Like, it's I really feel like we're gonna see a crazy backlash.
But
Um,
that's what always happens. It's like you swing one way and then you swing another. But also, I'm not really a hippie because I like it, but I'm an old school hippie in that. I'm like, I just, what does that Dr. Bradley Campbell say? Like, science is fast, logic is slow,
mm,
or the reverse. Does it the reverse?
I
Anyway, it's like, I'm, I'm very, very wary. I've always been very wary since I was young. Like,
yeah.
I just am like, any kind of quick fix, I am personally wary of.
I mean, I think that's wise. It's
I
also
just wired that way.
where, um, they just like the Kennedy and Dr. Oz and Trump were all gathered, like, announcing that they're now making GLP-1s more affordable because, they're like they've been prohibitively expensive prior to this, like $1,000 a week or something
Yeah.
crazy. Um, anyways, they were doing this press conference to say, like, this is our one of our things, like, they're now less expensive, whatever. And in that press conference, the CEO of the company collapsed.
What?
Like, literally
On
this
stage?
yes. It's like Dr. Oz is talking, and all of a sudden this man, like, to the right corner is just, like, starts, like, collapsing. And then she
This is
runs
not
over to
funny.
him,
That's
leaves to go get help, then, like, the press corps comes in, like, the press secretary or whatever is like, "Press, stop," like, and then they have to turn off all the cameras. But it just to me, that's like
but you remember the Atkins diet thing? Do you
yeah,
remember?
that guy
And then like,
died.
yeah, like this
That
is the
guy died of, like,
thing
a
though,
heart attack.
when we chase vanity for like I do believe GLP start do they start as an actual diabetes drug and actually have helped diabetics,
Yeah,
right? So we have a deeper problem, right? Because I am not a doctor. I don't even like listen to a lot of health podcasts or anything. But I do know that like pre-diabetes is through the roof because of the shit in our food, right? And how it like so again, it's not addressing the core issue, right? And we probably a lot of people probably have an unhealthy relationship to food and not, seeing it as nourishment and all of that. But I think that this is what happens is whenever something is promised that feeds the ego and ego gratification, there's a jumping on board, but isn't there always a Faustian bargain? Isn't there always like, and maybe someone would say, yes, that is a risk I am willing to take. Health is not my priority. I want to look a certain way. People have done that forever.
sure, and that's, like, they're right. I mean, people were taking fucking what was that, fen and, like, dying of heart attacks, like
Exactly. So I mean, it's all choice. I think the idea is that what are we selling? What are our values? What
yeah,
are we valuing in our culture? Like
yeah.
beauty will always be captivating because I literally think it's a biological imperative. Like
It's one of
baby,
our senses. We love it. It's in this
yes,
we, like, wanna smell and taste good things and feel good things. We wanna see good things.
all of that, right? So let's just be realistic about that, right? Like people are drawn to beauty. Babies linger on beautiful faces longer. Beauty is yes, it's in the eye of the beholder. Some people find this beautiful, XYZ, whatever. But uh, because we have lost values, even as a North Star, like character, like decency, like personal responsibility, like showing up for one another, it's like we have over indexed,
Mm,
these values that are of more surface. And yes, that's always been since the beginning of literally Jesus overturned the tables outside of the temples because the values were like, it's literally the same cycle again, right? Moses and the golden calf. It's the same thing again and again, but and we do it again and again. But it feels related to that. It feels like, ironically, it also feels like a scarcity thing. It's like, is beauty my only value? Like, if it is, like, to secure resources.
Definitely, I feel like I mean, I really do hope this is changing too because I'm so fucking over it, and I think a lot of people are over it too, but just, like, the content-driven culture.
Well, I think, like, can we go back to art? Enough with content. AI can create content. We need to go back to art. But I really do think that there is a deep desire and a shift back to real life. I keep writing this on Instagram, and it's like, I don't even know why I'm writing it because it's just going to be lived in experience. But the energetic shift that is coming next year, with this shift, we have been in an extended fog first since 2012 when Neptune went into Pisces, and then starting really with the Saturn Neptune square 2015, 16. And just this extended Pisces, and then Saturn moving into Pisces 2023, and then now this Saturn Neptune conjunction in Pisces. Like, we've been in this extended fog where unreality and fog and haze and like things based on nothing have taken precedent.
Mm.
And when the shift into Aries is going to be really stark, it's like it's it's really going to it's like going to temper impulsivity, right? And it's going to say, what are we working towards? What are we building? What is personal responsibility? I think immediacy, like what's in our immediate environment, is going to become more valuable. Neptune and Saturn move uh into Aries in February, and they form an exact conjunction at 0 degrees, which is the first degree, in mid-February.
It's funny you're saying this because the past, like since I turned 40, I've been, like, I've been a stoner, like, forever. Like,
Mm, yeah.
eating weed, I've never stopped in,
You
like
know, I've never done that, right? Only once, and it was accidental.
in your life?
Yeah. I've never done a drug.
Hey, that's also why you're sharp and smart. And why I'm like, "What
I just
for?"
I grew up, like, in a family of severe mental illness, and so it was always way too scary to me to play with the chemicals in my mind. That's really where it came from, and the idea of me feeling out of control because I grew up around so much, mental illness was just too overwhelming to me.
I grew up with parents who loved to get fucked up, and I followed suit. Um, but the point is that I'm suddenly feeling this, like, intense, like, pull towards, like, clarity,
That is that. That is that.
and, like, it's not that I was like, "Oh, I've been living." I never was like, "Oh, weed has, like, made me hazy or stupid," like, I felt like it weirdly helped me align with that energy in some way, and now I'm, like, not demonizing weed because I'll always probably have it on some level, like, with even for a good time, but
Mhm.
suddenly I'm like, I actually feel so clear and, like, trust that in a whole new way
That's
that's
really
like
interesting.
it is, like, it happened really quickly, like, I came home
Mm,
from my trip, and I always eat these, like, very minor edibles, like, even throughout my pregnancy, because like, I feel like they helped me be, like, more creative or, like, whatever, more calm or anything.
mm,
And I took one and I got really, like, hazy, like, foggy kind of, and I was,
mm.
"Wait, this is having the opposite of the intended effect," and, like, I feel like it's kind of holding me captive, like, in an illusion of myself. And like what
Or
I need now
interesting.
is like just to be like full clarity of self and in full trust too. And a lot of that comes from, I'm doing this live show plugging December 7th, 7 p.m. in Malibu. Um,
Love
but
it.
a lot
Pearl
of
Harbor Day.
self illusion and like a lot of kind of old blocks were surfacing when I like decided to commit to this. And I was like, I need to set the stage for like ultimate clarity and trust to like walk onto that stage.
Yeah.
And it's been feeling so good. Like I've almost been feeling like I'm high when I'm sober.
Yeah. I think so it's like almost like you're ahead energetically,
Yeah.
but that kind of decisiveness, clarity, that is coming. And because we've been in this mutable haze, it's almost like all these options. And now, in a way, it's just going to be clearer and narrower and more direct. And I think people are going to measure things by real quantifiable results.
Good. Well, I wanted to say something else too about something you said that wait, I'm gonna have to let Carlos, hold on. He might need to go out. Hold on. Los, come here. Oh, what's next? Over there? Okay. Um, you said something earlier about oh, this is I feel like I just wanted to go back to this. It's kind of like before I forget because it's kind of it's grating in my brain, but like this whole thing about like our relationship to food and our reason why we need to take these things and all of that stuff. Like there's that, like there's the programming of our youth that has like needs to be like rewritten. And so like I understand that. But at the same time, like so many people, I think this is what pisses me off the most about the GLP-1 thing is that we're having the wrong conversation. Like so many people do all the things to like lose weight and get healthy,
Mhm.
or so they think. But what they don't realize is that they're consuming food that's like capturing their body in like hormonal distress. And because our food is literally being poisoned and our air is being poisoned, and like we're living in like a toxicity that prevents our body from being able to detox properly. And
Yes.
a
Yes.
big reason why we're in this state of it's not only that we're like fat because we eat bad, it's because we're in a constant state of inflammation. And so I feel like it's cool, Amy Schumer, that you guys could like lose all this weight or whatever. I don't know why I'm coming from Amy Schumer. Probably because she was like such a bitch to me in 2015. But like,
Was she?
yeah, because I was on Funny Girls, that show, and
Yeah.
it was all about like female empowerment and female comedians. And that was like her brand was like, I'm the girl's girl. I'm like the big girl who's a girl's girl. Like that was her thing.
Yeah.
And then his comic Godfrey, who's this really cool guy in New York, he was tight with one of the girls on the show, and we went to Comedy Cellar, and he was like, "Let me introduce you to Amy. Like, she'll love this. Like, Funny Girls. Like, maybe she could put you guys on or something, because we were there
Yeah.
for press tour." And it was like, no, like clearly her brand is was like smoke and mirrors, like using the cultural narrative of like big girls being girls to like further her own career. Not that that was like her true personality.
But don't you think this is really true? Meaning, don't you think a lot of people or women, for example, who talk about feminine energy are actually masculine in their energy, or that like that people are actually it's like a public persona, but it belies an opposing truth.
It's also just like capitalizing on what they know will sell.
Right. So I wonder if there is
But yeah,
I wonder if there's reckoning around that. I was thinking about I've been thinking about this thing about the universe not being moral. This thing that I read. The universe not being moral, but it's corrective. So
mm,
it's not that karma is morally corrective. It's more that if something is built on a false foundation, it will it can, like, even if it skyrockets, at some point it will implode. Like, that there's a natural
Mm,
corrective force in the universe,
I do think that.
which is separate from morality, right? And it's just interesting to think about, like, how many things are exposed as being, as ultimately being opposed to what it claims to be.
And also, don't you think that we were living in a time, like, maybe it's the Pisces energy or, like, however we wanna, like, frame it astrologically, maybe you could put this in that context, but, like, don't you think it's also that false idols was part of that energy in a way?
But yes, 100%, and I feel like that is that is kind of what I'm talking about. It's like, to put, I'm gonna sound religious right now, but to put anything other than God on a pedestal is worshiping a false idol.
Yeah.
And we even use that language, like, "I worship that person, I worship," and we use it casually, but it's actually a loaded word.
Well, it disempowers you and empowers something and someone else, and then it gives you like, I do think that the energy that also wants to kind of, like, rise now is, like, this energy of authenticity, and
But that word has been so overused that I don't even think it means what it means. Like, I would say genuine.
but okay,
Genuine.
genuine, authentic, let's just say true to your own nature,
But
and
I don't do people do, I think that I like, what I notice, what I work on a lot with clients is like, what does that mean to you? Because I think what happens is there's a metabolizing of pop culture narrative, you
Mhm.
know, staying small, narcissism, da da da. And then it's like, but what is that? Drop down. What does that actually mean to you? Because I think that i- authentic, it's very, because of how much is thrown at us, what is genuinely authentic to someone versus what are they seeing on Instagram that's like, I I want that lifestyle. That lifestyle feels appealing, or that, but is it actually true to you? For like, there's a difference between desire and need.
Yeah.
And there are things that can look appealing, but actually the lived experience isn't true. And I also think that's an arc. And that's part of the journey of youth, is to try different things on and say, well, what actually feels true and right to me? Not that that can't change, but I think authentic can feel like it's a fixed thing, but it's really it's really like contextual, like, and it changes. It's not just like a fixed narrative of like, yes, I live in Tennessee and I love it here and it's really meaningful to me, but I'm just as much a New Yorker, someone who's born and raised in New York and loves New York theater, and I love literature, but I also, like, love genre fit, like, meaning I think that it's like we wanna fit people into boxes, and then it's like, "No, that's not authentic, that's authentic." What feels inauthentic to me is when everything feels so on brand that nothing colors outside the lines of that.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's such a good point that authenticity doesn't mean that that you are contained in a brand in a definable space. I think that it means that it's all the things
Yes.
we're talking about, where it's like the spectrum of your weirdness is your authenticity more than your ability to like categorize yourself and define it for other people. And I think that in a world of media and social media, that is the issue. And you even said it before, which I also think is a great point, which is that how can you know if you're being authentic if your mind and your soul are captured by content and by other people's ideas? Like, this is one of my biggest issues as a parent right now is that I'm surrounded by people who have all these different ideas about parenting because they're just listening to 1,000 fucking podcasts. Like, and
This is coming up
I
so
get
much with my clients who have small children. This is like literally the conversation I'm having day in and day out with
it's
different clients who
so
have young children. Yes, it's really toxic because it's ideology is limiting. Dogma is limiting and it pulls us from our truth. It's like if I were trying to create a brand based on my lifestyle, I it someone could interpret that as like don't have kids, travel everywhere, etc. And like that's not true. Like I didn't conceive and I made the choice not to go down an IVF journey. I was just talking about made that choice not, but it would be just as genuine for me to have had 4 kids. Like that's what I it's not like it's my life is not inauthentic, but it's definitely not inauthentic, but it's also not the only life path I could have led. It's the life that unfolded for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to sell a brand around something or a lifestyle that unfolded in a really organic way that I didn't set out to live.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? And that is what I think it's like. And also, I'm not selling a brand because I'm here for my clients. I'm not here for me. Right. So I just think that there is this idea that like people then using their lifestyle and then promoting that as the only way to live.
And then it's like fucking people up. Like,
That's what I'm saying. It's like, that is what I'm saying. It's like, what if you have a job in the city and actually living outside and you need that job to support your kids. And maybe you want to live on a farm, but then actually to do that, you have to spend 3 hours commuting away from your kids. That's why my parents lived in New York City is because my dad didn't want to commute and not see us for dinner every night. That's why we lived in New York City. Is he wanted to
yeah.
be able to just come uptown and have dinner with us. And
Yeah.
we were very fortunate he had the means to do that, right? So like now he lives in Colorado. Was New York City inauthentic? I mean, no, because he's a born and bred Brooklyn guy. But like I just think this idea of this ideology versus lived experience and really working with what is, it's like always this fantasy of some idealized life is there's nothing that's going to create anxiety more.
Well, it's like how it's like this idea, it goes back to the same thing with plastic surgery, the same thing with
Yeah.
weight loss, the same thing with everything. It's this idea that you can create a controlled environment for life in a certain way. Like, so for me, like, funny story, my friend is about to have a kid and he texted me, "Hey, do you recommend any baby books?"
Mhm.
And I literally did not know what he meant. And I wrote Good Night Moon.
That book is amazing. It is the best baby book
The
ever.
best book, and Asher loves it. He's obsessed with the moon, and
Uh-huh.
I'm like, "Good Night Moon," and he's like, "No, I mean, like, books on how to raise babies."
Like
And I was
Dr.
like,
Strock.
never read a single thing, have
Yeah.
never listened to a single podcast. The one thing I read was about co-sleeping, just because I wanted to make sure that I had, like, the container understood for safety, like,
Mhm.
pillows and positions or what I
Yeah.
just was like, there was so much noise, like co-sleeping is dangerous, that I was like, let me just like this is something I feel like I need information on so that when people come for me, I can be like, actually, statistically, this, that, and the other thing. Like sometimes there's that necessity just to even safeguard yourself in conversation. But like he was like, well, you really should write a book on like intuitive parenting. I'm like, that defies my whole entire philosophy. What is my book gonna be? Pay attention and don't be a fucking moron? Like, I don't know. What are you saying? Like,
Yeah.
the my entire and I feel like I'm a really good mom, and I feel like Tyler's a really good dad because we're present and we pay attention and we respond and we course correct. And when we get frustrated, we come back to ourselves, we relax, we check each other. Like, it's a
What
working.
more is that? What more is there?
Exactly, and it's like, you can't raise a perfect child. No matter what happens, your kid is gonna internalize something, and they're gonna feel like that you did something wrong, and hopefully, when they get older, you can have a dialogue that clarifies things, and there's a healthy interaction, and everything's cool. Nobody's perfect, and everybody has karma to work out. Like, there's just this, like, idea that you can, like, control it and be perfect, and it's
Real
so
fucking life.
it's so
Real.
like, I can't even put to words, like, how and even just before, my friend was like, "So what are you gonna do with, like, your sleep situation when your baby comes? Like, Asher still co-sleeps with you," and he started, like, kinda spiraling on me, and I was like, "Well, I'm gonna treat this like I treat everything with parenting, is I'm gonna see what happens, and then I'm gonna respond and adjust."
But I think do you think I've been thinking about this. Do you think that this is somewhat also a reaction to, um, the promotion of, like, everyone's parents are narcissists and did it the wrong way and, like, cut your parents out, and then it's, like, not getting wisdom from parents or grandparents, and yet, like, it's like, "Well, I can't just call my grandmother." I didn't have grandparents,
'Cause
but,
she's
like,
dead.
I so I, like, you know I can't call whatever and ask their advice, so I have to turn to a book. Don't you think that there is something related to that? It's like, and if you feel like your parents did it all wrong, then you're not gonna go to them for guidance. So
Yeah,
there's this, like, so then it's like, well, where am I gonna get guidance from? I'm gonna get it from a book because the people that I am currently surrounded by, I find there's so much there isn't that, and I was on the phone with my mom, or I was on the phone, with my aunt or my grandmother or, like, my mom's best friend or whatever, and we were talking about this guidance. And I wonder in certain sectors of society where there's been this kind of, like, cut off your parents did it all wrong, or there's a feeling of being wronged deeply by one's parents, that there is some need for an ideology because there hasn't also been the arc of forgiveness, acceptance. I'm
well,
talking very
this
broadly here.
this is great
Context.
a great question, and I wanna sit with this for a second because in a world where everything is therapy speak,
Yeah.
where is that you're talking about? Like, at some point in my life, I forgave my parents because I realized that they were just doing the best that they could, and
Yes. That's
actually,
maturation.
all things considered, they did a pretty good job, right? Like,
Good. You're
I'm still
fucking
positive.
great.
I'm not a fucking moron. I'm healthy, I'm safe, I'm smart. Like, I didn't become, like, a terrible drug addict, like, I didn't, like, fucking die of a disease or whatever, like, and you can all your own markers, your own values and your own
Yeah.
markers, they're your own, but, like, the fact that I'm here today at this point says something about the foundation that my parents gave me. Sure, did I feel like did I feel like certain things happened that I would have liked to have been different? Of
What
course,
generation doesn't feel that? What
but, like
generation?
let's talk about astrology. If you look at my astrological chart,
Yeah.
that would have happened no matter who my parents are, because that's just my karma to understand, unwind, and expand out of. Like,
Yeah.
whatever my, like, self-worth wound was, like, I could be like, "Well, it was my mom's and I took it on and blah, blah," blah," but I have that inside of me regardless. So it's like
Yes.
the way that I would have internalized any wounding would have been somewhat the same, though maybe it would have been a different character. So, like, this idea, this victimization and this way that we, like, yeah, we call our parents narcissists, and to me, this is such, like, a
Even if it's
limited
true.
what even if it is true, but, like, don't tell me that 80% of our parents are fucking right. Like,
No.
dude,
No, but I'm saying, what does it's like that's an immediate cut off, right? It's like there is there's just something here. It feels related. Am I wrong? I mean, you're around. I have a lot of my clients have young children, but
yeah.
I'm not getting this as much from them as I am from the collective, right? Because this promotion of estrangement from family is, and I went through my own period of it sort of, and I understand it being a rite of passage, but, like, and I understand in some cases it's necessary. But again, this breakdown of family, this promotion of estrangement it just seems related. I don't know how
Well,
else to say
I
it.
also think that, first of all, there's this woman who's been coming to our house now for, like, a few. who Tyler met at his old job. She's 75 years old. She's badass. And like she's a therapist. She used to do like she used to have like a comedy tour where she like because her brother like died of AIDS, so she like made it like her cause for like 20 years to do like sexual health comedy and
Yeah.
like she's just like now she's a therapist, but she works with horses. You'd be obsessed with her. Like
Oh,
just kind of like taking it upon herself to like be our grandma, like be Asher's grandma and like be like our mom. She knows both of our moms are dead and we don't really have like family support like that. And so she just like comes
oh,
around, babysits Asher, and like she like sits with us. Like I have conversations with her like just for 20 minutes on my patio. And then I'm like, Susie is a therapist who sneakily therapizes you just by being like attentive and
yeah.
love and like holding that space of grandmother energy that like has been like law. I'm like, we don't understand how valuable this is. Maybe it's because she's not my own mother or something, but like, I don't think so. I think it's just that like we need that around us to be able to it has made our lives infinitely better to have her with us.
That's what I want to be. Since
Yeah.
I don't have my own child, that is what I want to be. And I want it to happen organically. But
Yeah.
as I get older, want to show up for a couple like you guys.
Yeah.
And even now, show up that way. Like that to me is what it's all about.
Like that's what she says. Like she's so generous with her time. And I said that to her once. I'm like, Susie, you're just like, you're so generous with your time and attention. And she's like, well, that's what we're all here for. And it's just like, it makes such a big difference. And I think that partially, and I feel like Jamie Arrigo has been talking about this a lot on her Instagram, but I really appreciate it because she's made this like pivot of her content. But it's all about how like we've cut off our parents because of ideology and identity politics too. Like that's
No,
another
it's
big
insane.
problem is like we don't talk to our family. Like when my mother was dying of cancer, she had one last Thanksgiving like 10 days before she died, which in hindsight, we wouldn't have been able to go to my family's house anyways because she was just so sick she couldn't have left the house. But my aunt wouldn't let us go there because I didn't take the vaccine.
No, it's insane. I feel
Because
so.
and I'm taking ivermectin, like I'm prophylactic, like I'm fine. She's like, well, that's just not the standard of care. And I'm like, do you understand that like your children are never going to see their aunt again because we have an ideological difference? Like this is what we've done to families everywhere.
That's what I'm saying. And the promotion of that. And it's like, you know, I saw Jimmy Kimmel's wife, who I've met. I was on
I
the
saw
show,
this. I saw this.
right? And I mean, she's been saying it on her Instagram privately, but like I just this rage, and I'm
Well,
just
say
thinking
what she
like,
said. People know what she said.
why don't I don't know, I
She
don't recall
said
it
she
directly,
had
but
people not talk to her family members who voted for Trump.
yes, there's like paraphrasing that. I don't have the exact, but basically, yes, she's been promoting like don't talk, and I'm thinking like
Don't slap us with a defamation lawsuit.
for 12 people that we speak to. I think that there is like I feel really, really blessed that none of that permeated my family.
Yeah,
Like, I mean, we don't have extended family that weren't taught. It's a very kind of, but for the four siblings and like family was all the most important thing. So it trumped different, no pun intended, different political beliefs, right? And I, I don't, I really am left speechless. Family members that choose ideology over, because isn't that literally the definition of a cult? Isn't that what we all rolled our eyes about, like Scientology about? It's like,
yeah,
oh, you have to excommunicate your family members if they have a different belief system or if they're whatever the Scientology thing is. Like, it breaks my heart because it's, yeah. I, f- eh, this is what I'm talking about though. Like the promotion of estrangement. It's like, and then a lot of people wanna fix the world, but they won't speak to their family members?
100%.
I don't understand, like, I don't understand that. It's
Well,
like
hope there is like that shift in values that we're talking about where we like wake up to this fact that whether or not it's like a grand conspiracy or a fucking accident or failure by design or whatever you want to call it, there has been like an incremental breaking down of the family unit through the cultural fracture.
Yeah, and this the promotion of it as if it's some idealized I I can't literally since the beginning of time, families and, like, togetherness is how people have survived, and, like, I don't know. I just don't it really, really, really saddens me. But
Yeah.
I do think that it's to bring it full circle, I do think it's related to, this idea of, well, then I have to get ideology from a book because my parents did all wrong because they didn't follow ideology.
But did your parents do it all wrong? Like, that's the
Well,
that
I'm saying that's the thing. It's like but then that's a deeper inquiry, right? Like, does one feel like their entire existence and life is a mistake? Because you can't separate the, you can't, and also if you really wanted to get into the psychology of it, if you are experiencing a reaction formation, it's because you have elements of your family, your parents in you, right? It's like when I butt heads with my dad, it's like, oh, because I have a lot of him in me.
so this is kind of to that point, like, my dad and I have always been actually, except for in the past, like, few years where we get along, like, much better now, but, like, up until a few years ago, yeah, we were always like that, and then I finally looked at his human design.
It's just the same. It's amazing.
We are the same.
It's amazing. That's amazing.
I was like, "Oh, fuck." Like,
That's amazing.
of
No, but
course.
truly. But that's it, right? My dad is a Cap rising with a Cancer moon in the seventh. I'm a Cancer rising with a Cap moon in the seventh. He's a Sagittarius and and I'm a Virgo sun, but I have both mutable, but I have my sun between Jupiter and Saturn. So I'm like a Sag Cap
Yeah.
as much as a Virgo. Literally. I'm wired very
Oh,
similarly.
oh,
He's
we have
more emotional because he got the
hello.
Cancer.
Hold on, we have a visitor. Come here.
Oh my God.
Is at the gym.
Stop it. Stop
You wanna
it.
hi, come here.
Asher.
Come here, baby. Did you
The
see
raspy voice. I just
what is that? I was in your car in the back. What does it say? It's a local. A black truck backed into you. What?
what?
A black truck backed into
Mercury retrograde.
license plate California 4492. Is my car fucked up on the back? I mean, I don't know. You should go check. What?
That's
This
like
is
Mercury.
I was like, this so and it says thank you so much. You fucking kidding me? On a card that says thank you so much. I only went one shit. Am I about to go do some investigative heretic work right now? Speaking of human design? Is that what I do when I get off this call? That's insane. Thank you. Yeah, just because we like. Hi, come here. Come say hi. Oh, thank you. Wait, Ashley, hold on. Can you let me finish this? Wait, you got to see how big he is, just really quick for the group.
Oh my God.
He's huge.
Your hair.
Oh, his hair is a rat's nest. Ashley, come on, let's go. Okay, bye. Go. Let's go sit down. Love you. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, you're yours. Come
I'm obsessed with his raspy voice.
on, puppy. Say bye.
He and Lou, they both have the raspy voice.
So his rasp is like mine. Don't let him sniff those permanent markers. Hey. Oh, what's in your book on parenting? Don't let your child pop chemicals.
But I think, I think that's my favorite thing about what we're doing here is it's just conversation. I don't have a ring light. Like, you know, I'm literally sitting on the floor in front of my upstairs cat. Like, we're just having conversation about,
Yeah.
and like, I don't know why we're not, everything feels performative.
Well, that's what I was saying is like, I'm so sick of And that's another big reason why I want to do a live show is because I'm like, this is where I'm trapped. I'm trapped in this space where
Yeah.
everyone's like, I love that we're doing this because this is the most, sorry to use a trigger word, authentic thing,
Genuine.
genuine way of using the internet, in my opinion, at this point
Yes.
for like where we're at. But the feeling of my creativity being so blocked by this idea that I have to siphon it into a brand, into the internet, and not bring it on stage to the people. Whatever my unique form of comedy is, that's
Yeah.
another struggled with is like I also don't fit into like the world of stand-up comedy. Um, because it's like it's so dark and abrasive and like mentally ill that I've always kind of had a difficult time. I mean,
Yeah.
all my comic friends talk about how everyone in comedy is successful because they're mentally ill. Like we talk about this all the time. This isn't like I'm not even we can have this conversation with them too through their mental illness. But the point is just that like that is what I am craving and I feel like a lot of people are craving that too, just like the the realness that has been lost through the like algorithm.
Algorithm, filters, perfection. It's just because we're not selling anything here.
Yeah.
We're just here. And you and I both have our separate work, but we're not selling anything.
That being said, I
We're
am
just friends.
my show in Malibu.
And I'm available for sessions. Yes. Go see her show. I should just put a code, like it's Thanksgiving, right? I should put a code
Yeah.
out. I'll
Yeah.
put a code.
But like you're selling something that's like a service to help people, not like, I think there's a difference between, and that's why I sent you that thing about, did I send you that thing? I love this guy. I forget his Instagram handle, but he's a Black British guy and he has like the clearest energy. He's amazing. And he was talking about how there's like this trend on the internet of people like raw dogging things, like raw
What is
dogging flights and like raw dogging, like
Oh, just sitting there.
just sit.
Yeah.
Like there's this trend that's emerging of people just like raw dogging life, meaning like, yeah.
It's like how you mean how people used to live 20 years
But
ago?
that's what I'm talking about where he's like, this is a reaction. This seems like it's a reaction
Yeah.
to the wellness industry that sold us on needing something to like be able to just do that. Like people are waking up to like more is not more, I think is what I'm saying. When it
It's
comes
really
to that.
not. It's really not. Like, there's this woman I follow on X. I never post on X, but I do read a lot. And I think her name is Liz Wolfe. She lives in New York City. She has a baby and a baby on the way. She's Christian. And I think in her maybe she's younger, mid-30s, but she has a lot of, really smart takes. And she wrote this whole thing about how, I guess, the baby that she has on the way there's something that the baby's going to be born with. And, she was looking for all kinds of different, daycares, and she found like really the church showed up for her in like the most incredible way. And then she wrote something along the lines of like she's really starting to feel more and more like um the addiction to I'm going to butcher this, but basically the addiction to abundance, great wealth actually gives us the opposite of what we crave the most, which is togetherness.
Come here. Speaking of togetherness, Ashy, come over here. No, that way. Okay.
No, but just
Oh,
this
you're
idea of like we
good.
think more.
Bag.
What? He put the books back? Virgo.
Virgo moon. The Virgo moon situation, sanity. Like it is so clear and present. Hi. I did. You did it. Good job. Do you want to come say hi? Come here. Come here, big boy. Okay. Yeah. Well, say hi.
Asher, what's in mommy's belly?
No, it doesn't,
Not yet.
doesn't,
Yeah,
will
too
not.
young. It's too young.
He'll do like strawberries on the belly. All right, will you take that in the other room or you're going to put that in the drawer?
See, you cannot make your child do things.
He's doing it.
Example. No, I'm saying like come sit here and say hello.
I did it. No, yeah. He's on his own. You want mom? Okay, do you want to sit here for a second? I finish my clap. Before I finish my call. There's no water in there. Do you want to go get water with Erica? You do? You want to take this to get the water and then bring it back to me? Thank you. Will you give that to her so you don't drop it? Give that to Erica. Thank you. Okay, go get water, Shishi, and come back. Yeah, go get water and then come back. Shishi. Mine. I'll come on in 5 minutes. No, I mean. No, baby.
I, do you think did you think it's our natural completion?
Every time Asher walks in the room, it's like, bye. Bye. Bye.
It's the cutest. But basically the idea that like wealth often blocks the things that we crave the most, which is community, togetherness, like genuine community, right? And the wealth porn, right? We've just become addicted to these shows of these demonstrations and displays of extravagance. And does that really make us happy? I don't know. I mean, I grew up in a pretty
I think,
extravagant way.
I think in a lot of ways it's the same. Like you have more, of course, you're more comfortable, you can afford more. Obviously, that's like better to some degree than like struggling. But at the end of the day, the inner work of being human will always come for you. So you can't shield yourself against your own journey or
Yeah.
your own solution with money. Like, what was I just looking at? It was just, oh, it was like Kim Kardashian came out with the fact that she has a brain aneurysm.
What?
Yeah, I mean, it's not burst. It's contained.
Yeah.
But like at any time, it could just
It could, yes.
broke and she'll just like, it'll be nothing, will be the
Yeah.
same. And Tyler and I were talking about that, and I was like, it's just so interesting. Obviously, it's horrible for anyone, but that no matter how much wealth she accrues, there's nothing she can do about that. Like,
But that's life. I think that there is
yeah,
something, right? It's like we're always trying to outrun. It's comfort and security and all those things, yes, but it's also like this idea that we can, yeah, ward off life itself and the fragility of life. And I mean, I don't think she has a particularly easy road raising 4 children.
with Kanye West. Well,
Yeah.
they that the aneurysm was likely caused by like high degrees of stress. Like, I mean, yeah,
But like, and also like good on her for like going to law school, like even if she didn't pass the bar yet, like that is, I mean, I don't know. People are mixed bags and I don't,
yeah,
want to reduce anybody to ever anything. I think that there's something really admirable about that. Also, did you see that Kanye met with the Rabbi
I know.
Pinto?
On his like anti-Semitic apology tour.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Yeah, like thank you.
I'll take it. But anyway, I think that there is.
But also, I don't take anything that he does seriously because it's like the Gemini. What did Jill Willard used to say? Kanye, north, south, east, west. Like he's never gonna sink.
No, I know, but I guess that just growing up in a house with real mental illness, like I have a different kind of empathy for that.
Yeah.
I think he really does struggle. I think he really does struggle with a mental illness. So I
Clear.
have right? I don't know why I feel like Candace Owens clearly has a mental illness, but for some reason I'm a little less.
Do you think that she does?
Just think about the register of her voice and the manic way that she delivers information. That is not a grounded person. That
Right.
is not a centered person. That is someone who is not well.
Yeah. I mean, I think
Um,
a lot of people that have been pumping out material over the
yes.
past.
Well, it's like the comedy on the opposites. A lot of what we're seeing are just performers. It's like that kid Brett Cooper. It's like she's 20 something and she was an actress and she's an influencer. She's on the right, but same thing. She's an actress. It's like these are not studied policy people. These are performers. And then we give them
Like, I saw Russ
power.
he was, like, taking a break, like, a month ago, and I was like, "I'm so glad," because I've been feeling like he's not well for, like, a while.
Yes, yes, and if if you really has experienced a religious conversion, like, that would be an example of it. Like, I need to actually be with God and be with myself and actually yeah, I think a lot of what we're seeing I mean, again, it's like, it it's just it's not actually it's not learned, it's not grounded, it's not centered because drama sells. And it's
Mhm.
one thing for drama to sell on a Ryan Murphy show. It's a different thing for drama to sell when, you're trying to influence I don't even know what these people are trying to influence really, other than their own ego. But yeah, I think she's clearly not well, and I think she's not been well for a very long time. I mean, you just think about the manic way she delivers information. It's like,
It's like she
the
has
feud
but, like, who is it against? The Jews?
well, yes, but yes. I mean, it's
Like,
clearly that
what
but I think that there is this massive conflate it's like when I was in New Zealand, people would be like, "You're Israeli," and it's like, "No, I'm American."
Yeah.
I'm like 100% American. I'm American to my core. I'm actually a patriotic American. My religion happens to be Jewish, but
Yeah.
but there's a real conflation and misunderstanding. People are so confused about Israel and like don't want to go down that road. It's just, yeah,
I
but
mean, people think that yeah, like, this it is though, like, just to say, just to because I feel like it's really fucking scary actually as a Jewish person where we're living in a world where it's like my friend Sarah, she's Jewish comic and she's been going touring and like she called me the other day. Did I tell you this?
no,
And she was like, dude, like anti-Semitism is like coming to my doorstep. She's like, I said something about being Jewish on stage in Texas, and these like guys started heckling me and it was really scary. And
yeah,
she's like, I like went to Austin and was like hanging out with like my friends, and they're all in like the Rogan comedy crew, and they were making all these like weird undercutting anti-Semitic comments. And she's
yeah.
like, I don't she's like, "This is one of my best friends. I don't even think she realizes, like, what she's saying," but it's, like, old school anti-Semitism. Like, "Well, of
Yeah.
course you didn't wanna buy that hamburger, you cheap Jew," like, that type of shit, and it's like, "Wait, what? This is coming back?"
Yeah. I mean, Dave Portnoy was like, shit was thrown at him. Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it's a thing.
But it's like,
Um,
Israel, that's like saying I mean, it's just crazy because this is, like, politics versus people.
100%. I have personally found a lot of support in the Christian community, so I feel very supported here,
Yeah.
um, and deeply embraced, and but it's a real thing, and I think it is. I think it's as old as time when things feel uncertain and when there is real fear, economic fear, it ramps up. It's as old as time.
Sorry, we're smart and successful. Like,
Yeah.
what fucking month?
It's a real thing. But I do have people in my life reaching out and asking if Tennessee feels safe in that way.
Interesting.
I'm more than I would have anticipated,
Wow. I wonder what
especially from New York. You know,
26 is gonna deliver some more strange. Um, I think my phone's gonna die.
actually, mine too.
Oh, okay, so let's wrap.
I feel like the energy went boop, like
Well,
after the Kanye thing. So
Kanye
just like,
no, I feel bad, like, I don't it's not that I don't have empathy for him, what I'm saying is more just that, like,
oh,
it's
not
great,
between us, just in general, just because like that, it's such a loaded
but
conversation,
it's
and I
great as d does the apology, but
yeah,
what I'm like, even when he was on the anti-Semitism thing, I wasn't like, this is who Kanye is now. It's like, I don't take any of it seriously.
Yes. But I also think I saw someone say this, and it's like, he doesn't like to be mainstream. So if anti-Semitism is becoming mainstream, he's like, I'm not mainstream. I gotta do the
Hilarious.
counterculture thing.
That's
And it's
hilarious.
like counterculture. If like you love Jews, it's gonna be counterculture.
Yeah.
It's like the new counterculture.
I mean,
Get
good.
out, get out Seinfeld and the bagels.
Yeah. I need you to get every prominent Jew and have a conversation, Kanye. By the way, this is like really nice of someone to do this. This is
Yeah.
so kind. Like, just a random stranger saw someone hit my car and wanted to like give me the heads up.
No, it's great.
And on a
Community.
card that says thank
Yeah.
you so
It's amazing.
this it may as well say good karma.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're gonna keep us posted.
Yeah, I'm gonna go
Um,
check the damage.
next Monday or next week, we'll talk about it because I'm on the road to Colorado for Thanksgiving for 4 days, but I said we'll fit it in before and after.
Yeah, we should do if we can. When are you leaving again? What day of the week?
The 21st or 22nd, one of those days.
Is that like next Friday?
I think we're leaving Saturday.
Okay, cool. So let's try to do it like next Thursday or Friday.
Okay, perfect.
Thanks everyone for joining. A pleasure as always.
Mwah. Love you.
Bye. I love you.
Bye.